At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce from the village of Vernon Hills, Cindy Hebda. Now, Cindy, you're not going to have to do any hand signals, right? No PowerPoint slide?
You're going to stare at me and not at the slide.
All right,
I don't have a
fair
PowerPoint,
enough.
so thank you so much. Thanks. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Cindy Hebda, and I've been on the board since 1993, and I think I'm better looking than Roger Burns. So there you go. Yeah, I love it. Now, if he hears that, I might be in trouble. But unfortunately, Roger had a death in the family, could not be here today. But on behalf of the board and Roger, I thank you for inviting me to talk to you about what's happening in the village of Vernon Hills. And I wouldn't be here without some very wonderful staff members, which I'd like to introduce. I'm sure you know John Kelmer, Joe Carey, the assistant village manager. We've got Deputy John Petrillo, Mike Atkinson, who is our building commissioner, Dave Brown, our public works, and there Larry Nakrin is our finance director, and Nikki Larson, who is a new addition along with Joe to our community and have done a great job. So I would not be here without a great, great staff. And so with that, we had a very challenging year, but it was very, very satisfying for us. We are continuing to grow, even despite the recession. We've filled empty stores. Our sales tax revenue is in a positive role, which we're very pleased for because we don't charge a property tax. Nothing against Libertyville and I understand that, but we are very fortunate that we don't have to do that. We still pay school taxes and other things, but we are very pleased that we don't have to charge a property tax. And Roger, I would be amiss if I didn't say that with Roger not being here today. So we had a great record attendance at the light show. It is our last show, unfortunately, but Loyola will be developing that land, and we're in the process of working with the county board, with the village board, and we're hopefully going to come forward with that and have some great things to show you down the road. So Westfield, finally, Westfield is there, and we have been so waiting for this to happen. If you haven't been to the theaters, please go enjoy a show because it's fabulous. It really is. And then hopefully they are saying that we will be almost 90% full with the restaurants over there by the fall of this year. No, they're not family restaurants. I know they're chains, but you know what? We have to balance so we can go between Libertyville and Vernon Hills. So it's all a good thing, and we want to do that too. So we are the recipient of the Lake County Municipal League Innovation Award for Victory Center. If you don't know what Victory Center is, an affordable senior housing, and I say affordable because I am a proponent of people being able to live in these beautiful places, but they can afford to live there, and that's something that we are pleased to do. It's got a wait list right now. There's both the independent side and the assisted living side, and it's located just behind Route 60 on Phillips Road. So it's gone through, and we could probably use more. So we'll always be looking at what can we do to make affordable living for our seniors, because we're all going to be there someday. So the finances, Larry Nakrin and Nikki have done a great job because we attained a triple bond rating from the S&P, and we also got a double rating from Moody's. We're one of only 5 villages or cities in the state of Illinois that have 2 AA ratings. So we're very proud of that. We did implement, because we are home rule, an increase in our sales tax, and we intend to give that back to our residents in some fashion and also use it for utility taxes and for improvements within the village. And we approved just this year, as Libertyville and most of the other villages, a $28.3 million budget, and we are in line with our budgets. We take care of our finances. Leslie, I know, state's got other issues, and I agree with Terry. We need to work on that because it is a nightmare. So, and we believe that as municipalities, we balance our budget. Let's let the state balance it too. So let's hopefully that will start the conversation going. So, so Westfield's got we've got the development of Westfield, the new mall entrances. We had Dave & Buster's open up and Smash Burgers opened up, and then the other new restaurants will open up in the fall. The McDonald's did its renovation. The AAA car place came aboard on Milwaukee Avenue, and then we also have Mattress Towns. We're the mattress capital of Lake County. We have 12 of them, and the staff knows that I am not a mattress person. I did buy a new mattress this weekend though because of the sales, but no more mattress stores, no more for Cindy Hebda. So that's done. We've got a dozen, and that's all I want. Menards, yes. Menards is coming. They've done their work. We are in litigation. Right now, you'll see that most of the work has been done for the sewer system and some of that, and they, in good faith, developed all the landscaping along the property that abuts Greg's Landing. So we'll see where it goes. We think it's going to happen. Menards is moving forward, and we will see where it all goes. I thank the village of Mundelein for keeping us with Walmart for a while. I know that that's going to happen. We'll miss it, but I also congratulate you on what you're going to get too. So we're all here together to make sure that things are thriving. Let's see. We also have on 45 the Oaks of Vernon Hills. It's an apartment complex development, and as we're finding more and more people are coming into our community to do contract work, we've got a really nice residential area for them to live and stay, and then whenever they leave, they can leave too. So we've got that going on. The College of Lake County is going to add a new chemistry lab addition, which we're very excited about. And then we've got a memory care facility that's going to be done probably sometime later this year on Milwaukee Avenue. So also, you'll see on the northwest corner of Milwaukee and 60, they're going to develop a restaurant called Uncle Julio's, and then the Northwestern Medical Center. So that'll be coming too. That's right next to the mall. So challenges for us personally as a village, we're dealing with the emerald ash borer. And Dave Brown has done a lot of work. We replaced and removed almost 1,200 trees last year, and we planted 800 new trees. And this year, again, we're going to be removing more trees. Unfortunately, it's been a real heartache to see some of these gorgeous trees go away, but we have to do that. So that's been going on, and they've been helping us with some road rehab work in the village. We've got 3.3 miles during 2014 rehab, and this year we have underway at a cost of about 1.3 million more road rehab in our community. So we upgraded street and pedestrian signs here in Greg's Landing, and then as a part of the police department, we have seen a drop in Part 1 crimes by 17% since 2009. We have less serious crimes that have dropped by 4% in that same period. 4 police officers received life-saving awards this year, which we're very proud of. The department also has worked with this heroin problem to make sure that we can deal with that. So we're pleased as to where that's going, working with the schools too. And then we are remodeling our police department currently, and that cost will be $3.7 million, and we'll see that done too. We've hosted many things like the polar plunge. I mean, these are wonderful things that our community has done with our staff. We've done the torch run. We've welcomed home men and women from different places as they've served our country, so we're very pleased. That's called Operation Welcome Home. We have our National Night Out event. Our annual Lake County Law Enforcement exhibit is done at Westfield. And then we also have the Operation Stand Down. The department did receive a Bronze Community Service Award for its contributions to the service of the American veterans. So, and we also want to recognize the fact that we are now partners with Countryside, Libertyville Fire, and the police departments, the Lincolnshire Police Department, and the Knollwood Fire Protection for a joint dispatching center. So we're pleased that we're working together, and that's what it's all about. So going forward, we know that the state has some challenges. So we do know that. There is this loss of tax base, which Terry alluded to. So we are very concerned about that impact to us as a village if we stand to lose $1.2 million. So, and we feel we balance our budget, we do our homework, and we make sure that we're doing right things. So we're going to say to the state, you got to clean up your act. You got to start having some hard conversations, and people have to start figuring out how they're going to get along. So, and they need to move forward. So, we know that there is this public safety pension reform that you're working on, and the workers' compensation reform. So we know that those are things that hopefully will be discussed. And for our challenge, we want to maintain our services to our resident. I am very fortunate to live in Vernon Hills. We have great schools, we have great residents, and we have just a wonderful community. So I'm very fortunate to be around here, and I believe our neighboring communities are just as fortunate. So please check out our summer events this year. We have the French Market opening on Saturdays starting in June. That's over by our train station. We'll have a 4th of July celebration at Big Bear Lake. We also have summer celebration coming up the 3rd week in July. We see a lot of people out for that. The Rib Fest will come up in August, and then we'll end with Oktoberfest starting in September. So lots of good things. I have all positive things to say, and I thank you for letting me be a part of your conversation, and thank you for listening, because I know it's been a long afternoon. So hopefully if you have questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.
Okay, if all the mayors could come back up, we're not gonna have a lot of time for questions, but we'll maybe get one in apiece. You mentioned the northwest of 60 in
Right.
Milwaukee, what about the northeast?
Nothing right now. We hopefully will see that down the road, but there is nothing planned for at this point in time. So, but I promise you it will not be a mattress store.
Okay.
I promise you.
Thank you. So Terry, we have one for you for Libertyville here, and you talked a little bit about this in terms of the parking and how are we really moving along and how soon will we have that relief so that the businesses can continue to thrive?
Well, again, we have our new parking garage will probably open sometime in late 2016. We've been working, we tried to get a location on the east side of Milwaukee Avenue, and unfortunately we were not able to get any property large enough to put a parking garage there. We have been working with some of the property owners over there. We have not gotten any, all of them to sign a long-term lease. Our intent is to do some improvements in parkings on the east side, but we need long-term leases, and we need the cooperation of the property owners because we want them to go ahead and make sure that it's a customer-first parking when we do it. We're not going to sign leases and use taxpayers to improve property and then have those business owners park their cars right in the front. So we're working on it.
All right. Thank you very much. And Cindy and Steve both talked about the need to cooperate within the villages. So Bernie, maybe you can tell us a little bit how Green Oaks does work with the other villages here in the GLMV.
Well, first of all of us belong to the Lake County Municipal League, and we do joint purchasing of whether it's seal coating or street sweeping, salt, those kinds of things that all the villages in Lake County cooperate to get the lowest price from the lowest bidder, responsible bidders. And we've always had a great relationship with the other villages as they have relationships with the surrounding villages to provide police, fire, all kinds of cooperation. So I think all of the villages around here, thankfully, have been able to cooperate with each other.
All right, and finally, Mayor Lenz, a lot of work has been done over the last couple of years on your sign ordinance. How are we coming on the implementation?
Yeah, the sign ordinance we passed that, I think, a month ago. And that's after about a year and a half of a lot of research, a lot of public input, a lot of public surveys, a lot of work with the business owners, and just to understand what the impact of that would be. And we're moving forward, and we have a wonderful incentive and a grant program to help businesses that have signs that are going to be obsolete in 5 years. We gave everyone a 5-year window to replace those, and along the way, we'll chip in a half, up to $25,000, to help replace those older signs. And so we're pretty pleased and looking forward to a changing landscape.
All right, well, thank you very much. And it is the end of our program. We want to thank the mayors for being here, Steve Lenz, Cindy Hebda, Terry Wepler, and Bernie Wysocki. I want a big round of applause. And we'd like to thank Carol Levin and Ray Mullen and all of the board of directors in the GLMV Chamber of Commerce for putting this forum together for us. Don Peterson, former chair, welcome back to the board. Nice to have you back. And we will see all of you at our next luncheon. Thank you so much and have a safe trip home.